Alright, so thanks for tuning in. Sorry to anybody who's been waiting for an update. Here is basically, hopefully, my final video in my series of trying to deal with the leak in the hatch of my Fiesta. Here you can see what my last bit of focus was on, basically the airflow vents that are located below the taillights on the hatch. Got all screwed up from doing an undercoating. I had it done at a local shop, very reputable. They claim that their stuff does no damage to rubber. Ford claims that this is exactly what happens when you undercoat. The rubber gets all deformed, it puckers up, and this is basically why they voided my warranty. But I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to fix it up, and this is a little bit of an outline of it. Here's one of them. You can see pretty terrible. So at all times wide open to the ambient weather. A quick look at some of the other patches that I did. These were some from the factory, just duct tape patches on where those red tuck tapes are. I peeled those and either did a combination of tuck tape, Gorilla tape, and or some RTV sealant across those. So there's no way that that's gonna leak. That's all taken care of. The little bungs and plugs all around the back. This is all under the back bumper, by the way. Pretty easy to take off. 4 bolts and a couple clips. This was another big place that I needed to focus on. A lot of water was actually entering from the top of the hatch by the roof rails at the end. I filled that all in with RTV, the Permatex sealant, right along this seam and right down to the hatch seal itself. This was a huge spot for water entry, so very important to cover that up with some sealant. Next spot is going to be under the taillights. There's a couple of things. First thing is around the wiring. Seemed kind of sketchy and water would pool up inside that, so I taped over it. Again, just Gorilla tape. The other thing is going to be the holes that the head or the taillight housing pop into. I did a little bit of RTV around those. And then another really important thing is that these pop in properly into place before you go screwing it in. Don't screw it in without making sure that those pop in one by one, both sides. Here's my finished product on the airflow vents. I basically cut plastic to fit the outline of the rubber flaps that came out, which was kind of tough because they were all out of shape, but I managed to do it after a few tests, got them in. There's basically a little rail at the top of each of those flaps that you can let the clips out of and the rubber falls out of. Then you can pop the new ones in onto those holes. I just drilled little holes for the mounts to clip into. Close it up and they're tight in there pretty well. We still get the relief of the air when we close the trunk. And I really hope that's the end of it. It's been a long journey. Like, I've been dealing with this problem for at least a year or two. But I really think I have it sewed up with those little patches in the back. So any questions, please feel free to leave a comment, inbox me. I'm on Instagram at Fiesta Maneo. Give me a shout. So far it's been a week since I've recorded this video, and we've had some pretty sloppy weather here. With no sign of any water in the back. So I think I finally got it licked, guys. If you're having this problem, take a look at these steps, and if there's any questions, let me know. I think I've got it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Give a like, a subscribe. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys.